Do you think he's going to get the contract?
I personally think he will. I think he'll be the second highest paid wide receiver in the game. Everything that they ask him to do in Dallas, being the #1 wide receiver for Tony Romo, I think he will get paid at the end of the year. One thing we have to understand is they're going to have to do something with Tony's contract, and that means he'll probably take a pay cut, and then they'll open up with Sean Lee as well, who received a contract 2 years ago. But for Dez Bryan, everything that we've seen puts him definitely behind Calvin Johnson as far as his production is concerned, and then A.J. Green will follow with his contract, so he's well deserving of it. One thing also I want to add to this mix is Jerry Jones came out to say that he wished that he was still represented by Eugene Parker.
Right.
I'm sorry, if I'm a player and I'm hiring my agent to do the contract talk, I don't want someone that has a close relationship now where all of a sudden you got a buddy system with my agent. He cleaned his brand up. He cleaned his identity. Everyone sees him now in the Dallas area as a guy that they would love their kids to grow up to be. And I think that's very important to what he's doing by signing with Rock Nation.
He's done a great job, clearly. But my problem would be that I just think wide receiver's a dependent position. You brought up A.J. Green. You brought up Megatron. How many Super Bowls do those two players have? None.
Why does it have to be about Super Bowls, Joe?
Usually it is. Usually it is.
But then
and you know what? What team has won a Super Bowl because their best player is a wide receiver?
True.
It's a very valid point. The only issue is this guy's a game changer for this team. Yeah. I think you look at the past 2 losses they've suffered, they haven't been getting him the ball as much. I know he's been targeted a lot the last game when Brendan Whedon was in, but you go back to the Washington Redskins game, it was too little too late at the very end of the game when they were trying to get him the ball and they needed to at the very end. So I look at the scenario as you've got to pay this man if you want to continue to have success and invest. You already invested in Tony Romo. You helped out in the offensive line as well in the offseason. Now you got to invest and keep that top talent around him at wide receiver.
I hear you. Let me play devil's advocate for you, though, because I hear you saying best weapon, get him the ball. What about DeMarco Murray? I mean, he's the best weapon. The reason they lost to Washington is because he's gained 8 yards on first down, and guess who didn't touch the ball after that in a run play? DeMarco Murray. So if I'm Dallas, I'm worried about getting DeMarco Murray the ball, not worried about where Dez Bryant's getting the ball, and I'm definitely not worried about Dez Bryant getting paid.